welcome to Nocturnal Simulations. Up front, a little sorry, I've got a slight cough this evening, so good overlook any unusual sounds from my end. I don't want to skip this flight because it promises to be exciting, so any coughing you hear, I apologize for it. And tonight, we'll be aboard the much talked about Black Square TBM850. One burning question on everyone's mind is just how detailed and accurate is this aircraft? While we might touch upon some of its unique features later, at first glance, it seems to be impressively intricate in its design and functionality, with a few quirks. Our journey this evening involves island hopping, starting from Palm Beach, Florida, and making our way to the Caribbean. We've got a few pit stops to make, dropping off and picking up passengers along the way. Feel free to support us through Super Chats, Buy Me a Coffee, or any of the affiliate links provided below. And with that said, let's jump back into the cockpit and kick things off. We did set local time back to 5 p.m. local with fall upon us now. So if you notice that the time difference is a little different than what you might be flying alongside with, that's why. If you want to, it's 5 p.m. local time. And with that, guys, I've got Mike in here with me right now. It looks like Ghost just joined, and we may have some others. I believe Ken was supposed to be joining us too. So we'll hop back in the cockpit and get started.
We're doing TBMs, an 850, so you could fly a TBM with a stock 930, a twin, Vision Jet.
Yep. Pretty much anything that goes around 230 indicated. So one thing I noticed, I think we touched on this the other night, is that in drone mode, you can start using click spots now, which is really nice. I say that and it's not going to work. Watch. Oh, there it goes. So get the stairs up, the cabin door up front, and push this to close the door. And we'll crawl up through here to the front seat.
I've done like 3 flights today.
And get our door shut ourselves. Oh, gotta get the stairs first. I was wondering why that wouldn't close. Here we go. What's up, Ken? Hey. Okay. Alright, so what I'm planning on doing tonight, guys, is going to the map and just doing each airport that we're landing at as one flight, so that way it's easier to load in procedures. So I know that we're stopping at Freeport first, which is Mike Yankee Golf Foxtrot. And so I'm just going to do a KPBI to Mike Yankee Golf Foxtrot. And Mike said that it's a little better if we have an intermediate waypoint. So we'll find something along the way if it doesn't really look too good on the initial flight plan, and then go from there. That guy says...
Leave all these others. I had already put them in.
Oh, no. If you got them in, Ken, leave them.
You can leave them, and we'll walk you through something. I worked at this airport for the FAA after Hurricane Andrew hit. There was a 20-foot alligator on the taxiway and wouldn't budge. I was in Myrtle Beach doing a golf trip one time, and there was this alligator sitting right there on this sliver of land you had to walk on to get to the hole, and it was like walking by it with the club held up in the air, like, "Come on, man, you stay there. I'll stay over here. Everything will be cool." So you can imagine a bunch of adults, inching by this alligator that was sitting there, their golf clubs ready to go.
Hey, did y'all adjust the time or anything?
Yep, 5 p.m. local time, so it should be 5:04 now. Yeah, and that's from me, that guy. I grew up in the woods, so I'm not afraid of animals for the most part. But get a 20-something foot alligator staring you down. That's a little creepy. All he didn't move. All he did was just watch us. So he definitely had a watchful eye the entire time. All right, so I'm going to attempt to get the 530 rocking too, since the flight plans are pretty short. So we'll go ahead and put one in here for this first. So Kilo, Papa, Bravo, India.
I'm looking at the wind over at Grand Bahama. It is 6 knots at a 340. It's kind of like almost a crosswind, full crosswind, no matter which direction. It's favoring runway 6 just slightly, which does have an ILS. And it's more straight in for us if you want to go that instead of the RNAV and the 2-4. looking at your procedures.
Okay. I thought I had it typed in here, but Papa Bravo. India. Okay, it worked that time. I don't know. All right, so we need to find that other waypoint. Which is there a waypoint that's helpful for that, Mike?
Well, I use it. Yeah, it's Ulama
Ulama.
uniform. What is it? Hang on, I gotta read it off. Uniform Lima Alpha Mike Alpha.
I can't go Fox. What was the waypoint again?
Ulama uniform Lima. Hold on, let me spell that.
Alpha Mike Alpha.
Yep, that's right. Sorry, I should look back again.
Duplicates found. Bahamas. Okay. I just got down there and thought there was a canal next to my house. My kids might get eaten. that, that sounds like a parenting concern for sure. All right, so we're gonna load in Ulama over on our 530 also. And that is uniform Lima F.
I think for the way the winds have shifted, I'm gonna go into runway 6 into Grand Bahama now, which that's an ILS.
Runway 6. Lama, enter for duplicates. Bahamas, enter. And then we are going to Mike Yankee Golf Fox. I think I just need to bite the bullet and use this 830 more often just to get used to it. It's not very user friendly for a mouse. Oops. Foxtrot, enter. Okay. So I should be able to. Is there a departure? Probably not.
Oh shoot, hang on. What runway did I say we were doing?
Leaving here says 31. It did not pull one in. Also maintain the remote communications outlet for Miami Center and the Freeport NDB on Grand Bahamas. Easy straight shot VFR most of the time from KFX Echo. Huh. That's pretty sweet. So those things pretty much set it and forget it, and you just kind of go there and just make sure everything's running 100%, or how does that work when you say you maintain it? Let's look at Navigraph here and see what kind of departures we have out of here. Navigraph. Oh, let me unload the previous flight plan. Earlier.
3-2 is best for the winds. It's saying not using Navigraph right now for me.
Procedures, departures. It looks like we could do the Mix A3 Halby. AE3 Halby.
But that PB12 is good too. That Mix
PB12.
A3 Halby gets you almost all the way to the destination.
Oh, PB12 doesn't really show anything. And then, which one would you say we were looking at? Sorry. You look at the weather.
For the winds 3-2 makes the most sense, but
3-2.
Navigraph it's got the not used red flag popping up on me right now.
Huh. That's fine. We're not worried about that. Okay, we'll do 3-2. Go out to that Zapta waypoint and then carry on. PB12. Okay. So, as far as select. Oh no! Wait, I want to go back. Clear. Procedure. Do you not? I'm not very good with this thing. How do I change from... How do I go to KPBI and do a procedure? Oh, departure. It was just not where I expected it to be. Departure. Enter. PBI. Enter. And then 3-2. Enter. Load. Load. Okay. And once we get in the air, we'll look at the arrival. So let's go back to the map here. And we should be good. Alrighty. So that's all set up. I've just got us on the ground power unit right now. Let's go ahead and get our gyros all started up. Strobe nav. Ignition to auto. And generator to main. Go ahead and hide this for a second here. Got plenty of fuel to get to our first airport, so we're not going to worry about adding any more. Get the aux fuel pump on, fuel selector to manual. And let's get her started. Starter on. So we're looking for an NG of about 13% to go to low idle. And we're going to be watching the ITTs here. Make sure they don't go over 1090, I believe is what it is. 13% to go low idle. Watch this for a hot start. Anything over 1090. And 993 is what we got too, so we're good there. And now we watch it for 50% and we'll go to high idle. 50%, temperature's down, go to high idle. And make sure the NG keeps climbing, which it is. It's somewhere around a little over 60%, and we should be set. Okay, cool. We're good.
So what was that waypoint in between?
Before I loaded my procedures, I just did departure airport destination, and I added Ulama Uniform Lima Alpha Mike Alpha as an en route waypoint because it didn't load all the intermediate waypoints, but I found I needed to have that en route waypoint so that I could
Something
get the
is
approach to load correctly.
So it wouldn't pick up. You couldn't. They wouldn't load the arrival and hook you up with that en route without doing that.
If I didn't do it, it loaded a spaghetti mess. And by adding that before I loaded the approach, it worked in the 750. It just made a much cleaner flight path.
sorry, my settings for some reason went to default. I don't know why. Okay, so prop up the max RPM. Turn our starter off. And we go to battery, and then we are on main generator, so we are good. Lights are all good. Wait. Since I changed the controller, those reset. Alright, and then we want to get our inertial separator on and FIDO heat. I'll go ahead and get a little bit of lighting going on here for you guys watching the stream, so it's a little brighter in here. Alright, so local altimeter is 2985. We're going to keep it a little low. We're just going to go to 9,000 feet. I'm going to climb out of here at 1,500 feet per minute. Master caution. Inertial separators on. We need to bleed. Get some air conditioning in here. Bleed the high, or auto, sorry. Fan auto and the air conditioning on. Cabin altitude. We can set it for actually sea level since we're only going up to 10. We don't need to worry about it. And with that, I think I am ready to go, other than just setting off the autopilot. So we can actually depart out of here on the nav, since the departure takes us right off the runway.
Is your ECS fault light lit up down in the?
Nope. Sounds like you got a fault you got to clear. You might try restarting your environmental control system, and if it fails, you might want to check your failures and make sure.
It might be that my cabin temp is just too high right now. Let's see if
Could
the
be.
AC brings that down and clears it.
It's a little warm in here. Mine's starting to drop now. Alrighty. Check IR. Reset everything, and let's go 50% on the flaps. Ready when you guys are.
All right, what runway are we departing? I'm not ready yet, but y'all can go ahead and go. What runway are y'all?
3-1 or 3-2, whatever chart you're looking at. It's just to our right now. It's a pretty short taxi. Tommy, I beat you to it. I already started before you got here. You took too long. Alrighty, let's go park and brake off. Flight controls seem to be functioning free and correct. Got a few people that are loaded in down here. Just not in the Discord. Saw Prop Blast over there, and that's Ken and Mike, I'm assuming, next to me. Alright, aux BP to auto. And then I've got an auto select. There we go, it's fuel. Fuel tank selection needs to go to auto. I blame employer's internet. Just got back from GA 3 hours ago. Oh! How was that trip? So this plane actually does have inertial separator modeled, so if you're on a icy or dirty runway such as like gravel or something like that, it will model the inertial separator damage. So if you don't have that on, you try taking off from something that's got thawed on it, then you could potentially damage the turbine. So I haven't actually tried it yet to see what it feels like, but do know it's modeled. That's good, Tommy. I'm glad everything worked out. Alright, end of this taxiway is 3-2 or 3-1, just depending on what you're looking at, what it's saying. Excuse me. So, are you guys all ready?
Yep.
Alrighty.
I'm ready. I still have this ECS fault. That's a new one on me, and I haven't found a way.
Use your ram air for now, since we're not gonna be going too high anyways. You won't have to worry about pressurization. You might check the issue on when we land next. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter the runway. Anyway, it's on. Oop, too far. That's what I get for looking up. Alright, so major thing we want to monitor here is the torque and the ITT. So let's go ahead and start bringing in some throttle. ITT's good, torque's coming alive. Just looking for 100% torque on takeoff. There she is. Alright, 80 knots. Trim's neutral, so it should be a slight pressure back. And we're airborne. Positive rate, gear up. Climb out at 1500 feet per minute. Alright, inertial separator can come off. We gain that performance back. And I believe we can go ahead and get our flaps up. And get her trimmed back out. And we'll hand fly it on up to our cruise altitude. GPS message, we can clear that. Got some rain off to our left there. And we'll go into 850 mode here and show you what that can do here in a second. It's pretty neat. Basically gets free extra horsepower. Free extra, not 3. Although you are very likely to over torque or overheat the engine. Hey C-130, how's it going, buddy? Coming up on that first waypoint. And it looks like we got it, so let's go ahead and make sure our CDI is in nav mode, or GPS mode. I was wondering why I didn't have us turn earlier, but that's why. So we overshot the point just a little bit, not too big a deal though. This thing hand flies really well. The one thing I did have to do though was my sensitivity settings are pretty drastically changed. So I've got on elevator it's negative 60% curve, on aileron negative 50%, and then I've got 30% reactivity on both of those. A little bit of a rainbow right ahead of us. That helps smooth it out a lot, and I've been pretty happy with those results. Get a little bit more nose trim. Alright, now that we're starting to level off a little bit, I'm going to pull the throttle back just a little bit until I see the torque drop a hair, then put it in the 850 mode, that way we don't get an immediate over torque. And then what we can do is we can bump it up to 121% torque here. So you'll see that torque rising all the way up to the red mark.
What altitude did you say you're going to?
I think I said 0. Did I say 090? Yeah, 090. Alright, and there's some nice sound effects. You can really hear the engine working. Alright, it looks like we're about right there. So, one thing we'll notice too is the higher we go, the more throttle we can start introducing. So I've almost got this thing to hands-off trim. Might need a little bit of aileron during our initial climb out here. So let's give it a touch of the left aileron just to counteract the torque. There she goes. You have to, if you're hand flying for a long period of time and climbing at the same time, since you're going to be losing a little bit of performance, and every now and then you're going to lose a little bit of that torque and have to readjust your aileron trim some. Looks like we're actually going to be on a little bit of cloud coverage here at 9,000. Definitely want to remember to have your inertial separator off. You should be climbing out with pretty much no indications on your annunciator.
The only thing is, if you're into heavy clouds, you probably ought to turn the separator back on.
Yeah, if you're in heavy clouds. Get our weather radar on here and do a vertical path, and we should be able to see the layer of clouds ahead of us here. Coming up on 1,000 feet. Let's go ahead and let autopilot take over. Oh, it's interesting. It in my 8:30 didn't load in the next waypoint. Yaw damper, and we can actually do half bank and soft ride, so the autopilot will make really nice smooth turns.
What do you know what this? Can you explain soft ride if you know what that is?
It just makes it really slow to make turns and things. So if you're getting into some turbulent weather, it won't aggressively try to return you back to the altitude or flight path.
I got some rain right behind you. I'm on the same climb out right behind you, and I just got some rain.
Huh. Yeah, I actually poked right through some hole in the clouds there, so it worked out pretty well for me. Now looking ahead, I've got some interesting looking clouds. May not be the same story. Alright, so we're going to get to our destination pretty quick. I'm going to pull the throttle back to 105% torque. There we go. That way we gain a little extra performance, but without burning too much fuel. So if we start looking at our procedures for report, let's look at the weather first. The winds are 340 knots, altimeter 2984, so I'm going to go ahead and go over to that barometer. It's so close to what we already have. Visibility 10 miles. Temperature 20 degrees Celsius. Alright, a few clouds 2,500 feet, broken layer at 8,000, broken layer at 25,000. So, 340. Pull Navigraph over. Let's take a look at this airport. We've got runway 6 and 24, so runway 6 is probably going to be our runway of choice today. And then we have an ILS for runway 6, so we'll go ahead and load that one in too.
As you go to load that ILS for 6 into the 750,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you when you get to.
So that's actually going to change our flight path a little bit here. So
Right, so that transition, it only gives you two choices. Navigraph gives you the choice for final, which avoids that whole curve, but you can't do it in the 750. It only gives you.
what you can do from Alama is do a direct to which waypoint is going to be
Yep. Okay.
Curix, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't know what's up with the 750. I wish it would let you choose the final approach fix,
Yep.
but it doesn't. Like some of the other.
Actually, Holier, maybe? So I'm in the clouds now for sure. So let's see here. Let's go to our flight plan. Scroll to the bottom. It doesn't actually show any of those waypoints in there. So what we might do is just try to vector ourselves in, see if it'll pick up that approach. So we'll go to Alama and then head pretty much due south.
So there must be a quirk of the 750. you know, if you're in an airliner, for sure, but
Yeah, you get a little bit more flexibility.
3000 even, you can choose like what you would see in Navigraph is usually the final approach fix as a choice for your transition, and this doesn't give it to you. It just won't let you.
Won't let you modify any of it.
No.
Actually, I wonder if we load that approach in. So it's just got all these random waypoints in there for following that arc, basically.
Yeah.
And if we were to fly it correctly, you could actually do the transition 9334. And that one makes a little bit more sense with what we're doing. Takes us a little past, though. So I might do a llama to R285. If I go back to my flight plan, I wonder if I can delete the ones before R285.
I wonder if you can too, because I could.
No. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could. I don't know why you can't. So we're just going to have to do a direct after a llama.
Yeah,
Go
R2.
direct Ulama to Holler.
When you get to a llama, I'm thinking, like Michael said, go direct to R285.
Yeah.
Pick it up from there.
That's what I'm going to do.
Just make sure you're on a good descent before that point. The final approach fix altitude is 1600.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start descending here pretty soon because I can already see the island. It's amazing how fast you can get to the Caribbean from Florida. So, I know I've got an 850 motor right now, but I have decided not to do any sort of descent in 850 just to avoid any over torques or over temps. Let's see what kind of mileage I'm getting right now. So I'm burning 62.1 gallons at 4.5 nautical miles per gallon, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and go out of 850 mode. Let's set this down to 1600. And then we will start our descent. And we're going to want to be at R285, a little bit past R285, we'll want to be at 1600. So this arc, once we add those turns and stuff into it, should be pretty good. We'll go ahead and descend just another notch, 100 feet per minute. And we are below 10,000 feet, so make sure you keep your speed at 250 or less. Come up on Ulama, so let's go ahead and get this direct ready to go. And I'm curious if in the 530, do a procedure, select an approach, enter. ILS Zulu 6, enter. See, this one allows you to do vectors. I don't know why the 750 won't allow you to do vectors here. But we're going to put in 334. And that loads that approach in, so load that. Yes. Alright. We just hit a llama, so let's go do a direct R25. Activate. Make sure the nav stayed on course there, and it did. Pull throttle back just a little bit. Continue descending. And it looks like...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I would recommend tuning 109 or 7 for the ILS into the the nav radio.
It's already tuned into my 750. Or are you talking about the 530?
750. Mine didn't tune. Huh.
Yeah, mine tuned automatically for me. We've already got our landing lights on because we never went above 10,000 feet, so we're good there. A little bit of rain, we're already on our approach. Let's go ahead and get the inertial separator in. I'm going to slow it up down to about 205, 210, somewhere around there. Make these turns that are coming up a little easier on us. Excuse me. Get a little bit of rain here. Pretty cool shot. Master caution was for the inertial separator. Let's keep slowing up a little bit more. GPS. Clear that. And we should begin our right turn here shortly. Looks like we're going to have quite a bit of weather on our approach here, so this should be fun. Our temperature of the cabin down just a hair more. I feel like I'm blazing through here right now. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off half bank and soft ride just to give this thing a little bit more agility because it was kind of keeping me from turning steep enough. Quite a bit of rain ahead of us, so like Mike said, keep your inertial separator on.
Runway heading into the runway is 068.
Yep.
FYI, guys.
Alright, go around procedures. Climb straight out 2,000 feet. And then right turn to, looks like D2.1, which is a hold. We'll just do a right turn and then do a right traffic to get back in, since we don't have ATC telling us what to do. These clouds look awesome with this rain and everything.
I have something interesting, different from your upload. When I turned my inertial separator on, I did not get the yellow indicator in the indicator panel.
Really?
So I turned it off, turned it back on, and that time it worked.
Interesting.
I waited it out, gave it 30 seconds or so. Thought it would eventually light up.
Alright, so just in case this doesn't capture our angle for the localizer, which it appears it is turning us into the localizer now, which is good.
I recommend going to Vorlock.
Yeah, once I...
that last approach I did.
That's what I'm going to do. Alright, continue slowing up some, but 180 is good. It'll allow us to put our approach flaps. Flaps 1 is like 183 or something like that. 178 maybe. Yeah, 178, sorry. It's a little high. Slow it down just a hair more. Alright, should be able to go to Vorlock. And go ahead and arm the approach mode and see if that will capture our glide slope for us. So let's go ahead and slow up some more. Get down to the approach flaps. Okay, approach flaps. And then once we get to D5.5, which is our next waypoint, Zulu Foxtrot Papa should capture the glide slope. A little bit of a visual on the ground again. Excuse me. Glide slope captured. Gear down. And pull back some power. 20% torque. Runway's in sight. And we're doing a full stop landing here. Pick up a little bit of fuel and pick up some other passengers. So once we get to 122 or so, yeah, 122, we can drop our landing flaps.
Some cool clouds and rain off your over the
Everywhere.
going in.
Everywhere. All right, so landing flaps, bring the torque back in. Before it drops too low. Those cruise ships look like they're sunk. All right, I'm gonna do about 90 knots on the approach speed here. .95 going autopilot off. Gears down, 3 green. Actually check they're down, and they're down. Little off track here. Let's go ahead and scoot to the left some. Got a little bit of an updraft. Hundred knots. Let's slow it down just a hair. Minimums. That's what that little high-pitched whistling noise was. .85, which is fine for where we're at. And we can start pulling throttle. On the ground. The reverser's on. Let's see if we can't make this first taxiway right here. Reverser's off. A little squirrely on the ground. Actually, that's not really a taxiway, is it? It's more of just a dirt path. Let's keep on going. Get out of everybody's way. Get our flaps up.
Exit to the right from the runway, and then
Yeah.
have a long taxi back to the terminal.
I was trying to turn off on some sort of building there. And slow speeds, the ground handling is good, but high speeds, it's a little squirrely.
Do you have the on your ADI, you know, your primary flight display? Did you have the runway graphic?
Yep. A little bit of a taxi back to the right here. Gonna get our landing lights off. How you doing, Ken? Mike on the ground, is that you?
I'm
Nope.
on, I'm on the
Fi-
approach.
I'm on 5 mile final.
Oh, somebody just landed behind me. Just crawled a crosswind. Yeah, it's pretty much is just a crosswind, but it's really sensitive on the ground.
I'm still in the soup.
Actually, we probably want to leave that on while we taxi.
Capture glide slope. On my way down.
Got a CDF 9172 over here. I'm not sure if that's somebody who's following along, but he's parked over here. Recently picked up a Stream Deck, and it's nice having some hotkeys for photos and faceplates along with all my OBS controls. Alright, let's go ahead and cut throttle. These parking spots are not marked, so we're just going to pick a spot.
It's crossing the approach fix.
Got two of you up there.
Right way in sight.
I'm a little ahead of you, Ken.
I see you two behind me, or on the approach there.
2 miles out.
I think that's that guy in the 911 RG. Okay, park and brake. Let's bring us down to a low idle. Let those temperatures settle for about a minute. While we're doing this, I'll go ahead and put a new flight plan in. So let's go ahead and clear this one out. Excuse me.
She flew this approach really good.
Good. Alright, go ahead and bring the prop down for 15 seconds. See that torque drop out. And I've been waiting until about 600 ITT to shut her down.
Are you going to shut down and restart?
Yep, shut down, let everybody out, load her back up, add a touch of fuel.
Swapping passenger or something?
Yep.
Just tell them to keep their heads down and run
Right?
backwards.
Well, part of the fun of this plane is starting it up.
Somebody is right on my nose, right in front of me.
I think that's Mike.
Slow down back there.
I'm on the approach. You're high.
I'm fine.
I got two white, two red. You are high, bro.
Inertial separator zones that might be keeping our temperature up, so we'll just go ahead and go to turn the condition lever all the way up, and we should see it start cooling off. There we go. So let's go ahead and get onto GPU. Turn off the temperature lights, and we will let everybody out. And since it is pretty warm down here, we're going to go ahead and open our door too. Keep the temperature in here nice and cool. It's 82 degrees, so it's not terrible actually. Oh, I got an F-18 or something there. F-18.
Oh, don't hit the brake so hard, boy.
Alright, so our origin this time is going to be Mike Yankee Golf Foxtrot. And our destination is going to be Mike Yankee Alpha Mike. Okay, so I'm not going to bother with the 530 since we're hopping around so much, and
Was that Mike in front of me or somebody else?
I believe that was Mike.
I pulled off the side on a. I'm trying to figure out My sim link decided it wanted to disconnect, so I couldn't see where I was
Uh-oh.
on the
So
map.
where are y'all parking at?
That's interesting. I added fuel and it like reset everything inside the airplane. Okay, well, if it's gonna do that, I'm gonna go ahead and add just the 70% fuel. That should get us to the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So where are we parking?
Terminal's off to the right of the runway.
I've turned where you got it almost blocked here, huh?
Well, this is not the proper place to. This is not a taxiway.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
off road. I'm going off procedures here. I'm going to get a phone call from the tower. I just had to get SimLink reset to figure out where the heck I was on this place.
Alright, so this is a pretty short flight. Look at our map here. We're pretty much just going to Mike Yankee Alpha Mike. Now there is a
Ken, I'm not recommending you follow me. I'm going on the grass in a second here.
there's a waypoint Mike Yankee Alpha Tango.
I can't even move. Might want him power up now.
Or Hana. We can add either one. So I'm gonna actually add the Hana, so it's just not over the airport. That's Hotel Alpha Alpha November Alpha.
Huh. Well,
Weather.
I can't get no power. I'm just sitting here.
I think, for what Michael's doing, you could just go out to the world map, come back in at this airport, and start from here. You're loading a new flight plan anyway, fresh.
Yeah, if it's glitched out on you.
No, 'cause I
Work through the bugs of a new airplane. So there's quite a bit of weather here.
it just shut down. It said my flight had ended, and it shut me down.
Alright, so we're going to be taking off runway 6 again. I don't know if there's any procedures for departing here. Got Buck 2, which takes us to the south, or Joan 2, which would be for the opposite direction. So I'm not even going to worry about the departure. We're just going to depart straight out and head to Hana. It's pretty much just a little bit off to the right. Now our approach, the weather, Mike Yankee Alpha Mike. It's not pulling in anything in here, so let's check Navigraph. And no weather there, so we're going to assume the same weather. And they've got a runway 9, which will be likely what we want then. Let's just double check the winds here again. 340 at 6. Yeah, we'll do runway 9 again. So procedures, RNAV to runway 9. And that has 2 transitions, Honix and Top Me, and we're going to want Top Me. Approach. And that should look pretty good. Yep, it does. Okay, cool.
All right, what time do y'all have now?
It should be 5:54 local time. Yep, 5:54, 5:55, somewhere around there. All right, so oops, wrong button. Get some passengers back in here. Let's go ahead and get a full flight. Sorry about that.
Just
Why I did that? Oh, I know why. I was hitting my numpad and I had hotkeys set up for that. That's why. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove those later. Sorry about that, guys. Now I got the Stream Deck, I gotta remove the old hotkeys, and I kind of wouldn't even think about them being hotkeys at the time. So when I started adding the people's weights in, it reset it. That's what happened there. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about the 530 today, since we did the initial setup, and I don't feel like scrolling through all those things again. Let's go ahead and get our weather into standby so we don't continue frying whoever's on the ground. Straight out here with the nav. Is that a 787? It looks like it. Yep. 787 departing. It looks like he's about to stall out though. And there he goes. Houston, we have a problem. About to be a big fireball. Boom. Oh no.
Just keep that in your view.
Oh no. Okay, so we're good to go. Back door's shut. I'm going to leave the front door open so you can hear the fuel get injected into the engine. That's pretty neat. So I'm actually going to turn up my desktop audio just a hair here so you guys can hear it. Alright, so ignition, auto, fuel pump on, manual select on, fuel tank, starter on. You hear the igniters going off. %. Listen to this. Hear that fuel going in. I got 1,008 on temperature. Good. It's dropping. %. Go high idle. NG's continuing to climb. Temperature's continuing to drop. Or stabilized at least. Kind of climbing again just because the engine's going up. That was a good start. So, open him up. And go ahead and check the roll back. Check on the stairs up. I'll drop that volume back down for you guys. That's a pretty cool sound. Alright, starter is off. You go to auto on the fuel pressure pump and auto on fuel select. All of our lights are already on. Let's go ahead and get our taxi light on. Initial separator, GPU. So we need to go to main on the source. Everything there is happy. I need to pull up the ground chart here. We should be able to taxi out straight ahead to the left, all the way down to the end of 06. Got Reams over here. Look at that. Reams is back. What's going on, Reams? He's sitting over there on the runway. He must have seen us flying in the Caribbean and couldn't help himself. It's his home. It's hometown. All right, what am I forgetting? Air conditioning, bleed. It's on. Air conditioning's on. Forgot to turn that off. Whoops. Cabin temperature is 77 degrees, so we're nice and comfortable in here. All right, initial separator's on. The pitot heat's on. I believe I'm ready to go.
Did you load an arrival yet, or an approach?
Yes. It
I'll
was
ask you about
the runway, I think it was 9. Yeah, RNAV to 9 with the top me transition.
I'll try to remember that. I'm reloading. I want to see if I can reset my environmental control system that didn't clear. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
give that a whirl. See if I can do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and get moving then.
Yep, that's fine.
Separator and
In the air. I'll ask you about that approach in the air.
okay.
When I catch back up.
All right, let's get rolling. Flight controls.
Show you how fast we can start this TBM. Basically rolled the time back 2 hours. It's probably 6 p.m. for you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it should be 6 p.m. local now. Is that the 787 trying to depart again? He seems to. Oh, it looks more like an A320 this time. Seems to be having a little bit more luck. It does have a simulated taxi range. I forgot what the mode's called. Basically, it feathers the prop some more on the ground so you don't get a high-speed taxi like we're doing right now. Hello? Hey, Reens. Oh, where'd Ken go?
Hey, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, you must have seen us flying in the Caribbean and couldn't help yourself.
Yeah, I got a free night to catch you guys.
All right, Reens. Looks like I'm number 2. You're on the runway, ready to go when you are.
Alrighty, you guys are going to Marsh Harbor, right?
That's
Am I here
correct.
correctly?
Yep.
Alright. Okay, great. Okay, I think I got Bucky or Box is my first waypoint.
First waypoint. I've got Hana in as an intermediate waypoint.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I see Hana. Okay. Alright, let me not hold up the traffic.
Yeah, and then I've got the RNAV 9 with top me transition.
Okay, got it. The only thing I don't have the same plane as you guys. You have the TBM850?
Yep, 850. So it looks like you're in the 930 right now. So you'll be a bit faster than us.
Yeah, I don't have that one. All right.
So we'll go back over to GPS mode here. Otherwise, I think we're ready.
GPS is set. All right. Here we go.
All right, I'll go ahead and pull up behind you. Approach is clear. We'll give you about a 2-minute start there.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Excuse me. These allergies are going to be the death of me. Reens is in the air. How you been doing, Reens?
Been busy.
Busy?
Didn't have much time to fly like that.
Yeah, I
Flying in and
understand.
out sometimes. So happy to catch you guys tonight, though.
Yeah, yeah. I knew once I saw your name on the runway, I was like, oh, I know why he's here.
Caribbean night.
Yep.
On your home turf.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start departing here.
Who's N11 RG gamer tag? They've been with us tonight here.
It's that guy on the chat.
Huh.
He tends to follow along with us a lot.
9,000 feet, Michael.
Yep, 9,000. 100% torque.
I'll take off after that guy. And my ECS fault is still there after going out and coming back in.
Really?
With the research that one later. It's a new one for me.
Bit of a
Thankfully,
wind. That was a great gear up.
Thankfully we're not flying up to high altitude tonight.
Yep.
No air conditioning.
Have you tried turning on that RAM area yet?
No, let's give that a whirl.
Should keep your temperatures comfortable at least.
Hey, you guys have night? Because I'm flying at night.
We took it back 2 hours just so that we weren't flying at night the entire time. So it's currently 6:07. All right, let's go ahead and get our flaps up.
So I'm at night. Okay.
I'm at the end of the runway, so I'm going to do a right turn to join the nav track.
We're not here to enjoy the Caribbean in the dark. We fly up and all that stuff.
True that. All right, let me see. I'm gonna set my time back. So, what time you guys have right now?
6:08.
Yeah, sorry.
6:08. Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Bud.
And then it looks like we're about to be in some IMC again here, so I'm going to go ahead and go in autopilot.
Oh yeah, the weather's bad in the Bahamas.
Yeah. And we can go ahead and put it into 850 mode. Alright, got a slight drop on the torque there, so 850 mode. Let's bring it up to 120%, 121% torque. I'm going to leave the inertial separator on since we are climbing out through these rainstorms here. Just a touch more on the throttle. A little bit of rain on the windshield. Greens, I've got somebody in my chat right now who used to work on some equipment down in the Caribbean. He's maintained the, he did Miami Center, the Freeport NDB on Grand Bahamas, and some other stuff down through here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep, that guy. Yep. All right, you two may know each other, but somehow. Radar on Nassau.
You mentioned the Zulu Foxtrot Papa VOR.
Did you hear that guy? Zulu Foxtrot Papa VOR. Did you work on that any? All right, I'm out of the rain, so inertial separator's
What
off.
time you say it is again? 6:50.
610, 610.
Okay, 6:10. Thanks.
Oh, got a torque exceedance, so let's go ahead and pull that back before we do any damage to the engine. Go ahead and get rid of that master caution. He said it was 25 years ago, so you may or may not know.
Oh, 25 years ago. Oh, yeah, that's way before my time.
Yeah. He says only on Grand Turk.
But it's good. It's good to know. Oh, Golf Tango Kilo. Okay, Golf Tango Kilo VOR.
So I'm going to go ahead and pull back my torque just a little bit here because I need to run to the restroom. And I'll be right back, guys.
QNHs?
Hang on, I'll tell you. UNH is 1010 or 2984.
And you guys say the weather is favoring runway 09, correct?
1 second. I thought it was 06. I'm checking the chart right now. I'll tell you. Sorry, 06.
Alright, thanks.
We're at MYGF, Mike Yankee Golf Foxtrot, Grand Bahama. There isn't much of a favor. The winds are 5 knots out of 350, so it's. But runway 6 gets you on the right. Heading east.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Right now I'm currently at 091.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're in the air, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I'm in the air.
I'm sorry. I was giving you information for taking off. I thought you were still down at the departure airport. Forget everything I just said. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
He said 09. He did say 09.
Oh, okay. Alright, great.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're still on the ground.
No, I'm in the air too. I just waited when you were asking. I don't know why. I thought you were setting up for takeoff.
Oh, no. I was the first one that took off.
Oh god, let's start all over again. Let's see. QNH is no METAR for this airport. Well, what I told you was
Oh,
correct.
for Freeport.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Maybe Treasure K has no weather. Nope. Sandy Point. No weather there either.
When Havoc gets back, he's probably gonna have
Oh.
it.
I'm back.
He'll have it all figured out.
I was talking and I was wondering why you guys weren't responding to me. Then I looked down and I pushed my microphone unmute button and it didn't unmute for me. So it looks like that guy also took care of the Great Inagua, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, NDB.
Oh, okay, yeah, Great Inagua is very close to the island I live on. But, Havoc, what's the weather at Marsh Hopper? We're trying to get that weather.
I don't have it. It's not pulling up on Navigraph, and I was hoping that you, being the great local with all of his intimate knowledge, would have an idea of where we should pull our weather from.
Alright, well, let me pull some strength. Let me see.
Let me just call the tower real quick, guys.
I might just have somebody number from the real tower. Let me see. Let me see.
And that guy says he used to stay at the old Crystal Palace in Nassau every week before Atlantis was built.
That's a used to be a beautiful.
Kind of jealous of his work history, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I think one of my...
Marsh,
Go ahead.
Marsh Harbor is hiding this weather, man. Normally I would get it off of this app called FlightAware. FlightAware has the weather for just about every airport. It's not even on here.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm just going to assume that it's still 29 or 84. It's going to be a visual approach, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, the weather, where I'm at, the weather looks pretty good.
So if we go ahead and pull up the chart, which I guess I can pull it up over here.
Does that have Marsh Harbor VOR by any chance?
Marsh Harbor VOR. If you give me 1 second, I can find it for you.
Okay.
You're gonna do a visual. There's an RDAF going in here.
The ND.
There is, alright.
Yeah, I'm just saying we don't necessarily need the weather is not. It doesn't need to be perfect since it's a visual approach. If we were doing a precision approach, it'd be a much bigger deal.
You're gonna go into RNAV or runway 9 or I assume.
Yeah, we're doing RNAV to 9. So let's see the approach chart. Approach RNAV to 9. Alright, so at Rudpee, we want to be at 2,300 feet, and Womas, 1,600.
Alrighty.
So we're going to want to start descending here shortly. I did not see the VOR. Let me see if I can find it on here. I'm on the right area. Yeah.
Man, at this point, I almost want to just activate it direct to Rudpee. Cut off some of this.
So that's 30 miles away, so we're going to go ahead and start descending here. Let's go down to... I'm going to go ahead and dial in 1,600. Let's go out of 850 mode. Start descending here, and then we want the arc to be a little bit past Rudpee since we are doing that right turn right there.
I think I'm just gonna go direct Rudpee. Like, why go north or south and turn in and...
I'm just gonna leave it in the way it is because I had the Hana waypoint in there already. So
Hana, okay. Let's see what that is.
Hana's like north of the Rudpee waypoint.
I might have loaded a different transition than you did. Let me try the other one.
That guy, when did you retire from working out here? Just a reminder, this thing doesn't really want to go to 250 even at full throttle, but keep your speed down. June of 98. Okay, so it's been a while.
Oh, 98?
Yeah, he wasn't joking when he said 25 years ago.
1998. My gosh, I was just coming out of high school. So yeah, that's way before my time.
I haven't had to work since then, so you just do flight sim full time now, don't you?
Yeah, but I know exactly all of those places of us. Alright, I haven't flight as TBM in quite a while. How the hell do I zoom in on this map?
Oh, let's see. You're in the Garmin 3000.
Yep. Okay, got it.
Okay.
I want to see this. I want to see my approach procedure. Okay, so red P, I'm gonna go to, and okay. Alright, so I'm doing that red P transition.
Just came back from motorcycle racing in Birmingham, Alabama. Wow. Okay. So you're staying active. That's good. What kind of motorcycle do you have? Or were you racing yourself, or were you just watching?
Oh, he was in a motorcycle race today?
BMW Motorrad. I'll have to look that one up. Let's see here.
I still want to know if he was racing or watching.
BMW Motorrad. Images. Well, there's a bunch of different pictures here. I'm not sure. Or is Motorrad the race? Oh, he rides a R1250GS Adventure. R125GS Adventure. Those things are pretty cool. There you go. You got yourself one of these, don't you?
Oh man,
What's that?
that bike.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
That's awesome.
I'd love to have one, but my life expectancy would probably drop pretty low.
Is there a motorcycle sim?
I'm sure there is.
A lot safer.
Oh man, I'd end up having one of the, like a full-blown simulator. I can, you know, get on the bike and lean and everything. Throw on the VR headset. My Pimax.
You know, it'd probably be cheaper to buy like a legit arcade setup.
Arcade?
Well, if you went to like the arcade or what?
Oh,
Game
arcade.
Watchers now.
Yeah. Yeah, than what I've spent putting into a computer, probably.
Yeah, and the motion sim,
Yeah.
everything.
All right, I'm gonna start slowing down here. I'm heading towards Top Me.
I want to know why I didn't get Top Me as a waypoint in my plan, but
That was the transition. Slow my descent a little bit here.
yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. I have it. I think I was not understanding your pronunciation of Top Me earlier.
Top Me.
You guys are doing the RNF to 09?
Yep.
Okay.
I can actually decrease my descent here. Whoa. Let's bring it back to 300. Maybe that's too shallow. Because I want to be at 1600 at red P, so we want to stay as high as possible until then. I got a few of you. Looks like you guys are going direct to red me. Red P.
Yeah,
Good for
that's
everything.
where I'm headed right now.
Yeah, I imagine that would be a fun bike to do cross country in. It looks like it would be very comfortable.
Wow, you guys see where the misapproach hold is?
No.
Yeah, it's at this point called Hanox.
Mm-hmm.
The misapproach hold point. Like if you misapproach, you have to climb 3,000 feet and turn right to Hanox.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta do a right turn. Oh, you gotta climb all the way up to 3,000. Huh. We'll just do a right turn downwind, and then we'll just jump back into the approach. Saw a lot of things shifting around there. Let's see what's going on here. Oh. Alright, heading straight towards top me. Slowed up a little bit here already. Half bank and a soft rider off, so we're limiting our aircraft inning. Airport should be off to the left, right around here, I think. Is that it right there, maybe?
Alright.
Oh, maybe a little further up. That might be it. Kind of hard to tell at this shallow angle. Alright, turn to Red P. I'm already at 1,600 feet, so that's good. Got somebody off to my right doing a straight in.
I believe that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Greens, I'll go ahead and slow up here. Let you go
Yeah,
ahead and go
so
straight in.
Yeah, my ground speed is right now at 150, so I'm really slowing it up.
You're coming in right on my right here, so it's starting to turn me in. Oh, you're at 150? If you're at 150, I'll cut in front of you then. How about that?
Yeah, I'm trying to fly this 950 as slow as I can.
Yeah, I'm at almost 200 knots ground speed, so I just cut right in front of you, it looks like.
Yeah, you
All right.
definitely will.
Let's go ahead and go into approach mode. This is an RNAV, so leave it in GPS mode here. Although here's the question I have.
Oh yeah, Havoc, you're in the front of me.
Yep, I'll cut right in front of you there.
All right, when you land.
So I'll try to.
Run this 850 earlier today, Michael.
Did it actually
Successfully.
capture the glide slope in GPS mode?
Yeah, I stayed in GPS. I armed approach when I really felt like I was on the runway track.
Yep, I'm in approach mode now. Seems like it's captured. Alright, let's go ahead and start slowing up. I should be far enough ahead of Reens now.
Yeah, you are. You're actually, they're showing me you're like 600 feet below me, pretty much.
Okay.
Michael, your glide path should show on the GTN 750 on the right hand side.
Yeah, it's not. There it is. Now it's showing up. Okay, there it is. Alright, coming up on the glide slope. I'm slowing up to be able to get into approach configuration. Alright, glide slope's captured. Flaps.
You're using the lateral and vertical navigation.
Yep, I got horizontal. Why is it beeping at me? Oh, the torque's too low. Alright, gear down. Flaps for configured for landing.
I'll be
And
right behind my boy.
gun autopilot off. Landing lights are already on. Never turned them off.
Autopilot off. Yard damper off. And here I go, right behind Havoc.
I'm 100 knots at the moment. Indicated.
Alright.
I'll slow to 90 here shortly. Slowing to 90. Gear down's confirmed. Green, 3 greens. Flaps are full.
I'm right behind you, buddy.
Start pulling some power. Minimums. Continue. A little bumpy.
Yeah. Minimums for me as well. Continue. Gotta have it. Oh, got my traffic alert. Yeah. That's ringing off right now.
Power off.
That's a nice one, Havoc, with that full flops. I'm right behind you, buddy.
On the ground. Reverser's on. Oh, there goes Reigns. Alright, we'll take our first left here. Flaps up. Where'd Ken go?
He said the dogs were acting up, so he just bounced
Okay.
out.
It looks like I got Mike on short there. I believe that's Mike.
Yeah, I'm hand flying because approach did not capture for me.
Oh.
What the heck? I told you what works. It didn't work.
And then it didn't work.
for me. There it goes. I got it now. I don't know. Got it back. Just basically hand flew it into capture, and it did.
I got plenty of fuel for the next airport. We'll go ahead and imagine that we're getting 6 more people after these guys get off.
Are you on the ground?
Yep, I'm over here at parking right now.
Then I will land.
My first time to Mashaba on the sim.
You've been here before, Reigns.
No, on the sim.
I know, you were here with us one time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Just remember, yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and get our lights off.
You keep saying in the sim. Have you been here in real life?
Yeah, but in the sim, yeah.
Alright, low idle. Go ahead and lose the bleed air.
Havoc, that engine on your plane sounds so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door again here and throttle, start it back up.
Why is there a bus here? You see that bus?
Need some golf carts.
Alright.
Alright, prop all the way down. Drop it down to about 600 degrees internal temperature and cut the engine off. Go ahead and open up this door. Get some fresh air in here. And we can leave it on battery. We're not going to be here too terribly long, so. And this does a good job of, instead of just like immediately shutting your prop down, it's got a nice like free spin. What you guys all pulling in here? So flight plan, menu, delete. Okay. All right, our next flight is going to be Mike Yankee Alpha Mike to Mike Yankee Echo Hotel, and then Mike Yankee November November. Is this Microsoft Flight Simulator? Yes, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Go ahead and cancel out all these. So set our origin. We just got the one waypoint, which is the airport, Mike Yankee Echo Hotel. Yep, you're welcome. Enter destination. And see you guys next to me. I've only been here once in real life. I have not been here, I don't think. And then our destination is Mike Yankee November. One
Oh, we're
waypoint.
going to Nassau. Going to Nassau now?
Yep, I have been to Nassau. So let's pull Navgraph back up real quick. And we'll do a quick flight here. New flight. Mike Yankee Alpha Mike. Interrupt. Destination Yankee November, Nassau, Bahamas. And then we have one waypoint in between of Mike Yankee Hotel. There we go. I am not currently a real pilot. I'll start my lessons in the spring, hopefully. This will make loading charts and everything a little easier for us. Oh, I hear something going on in the cockpit. I know exactly what it is. All right, so we don't have weather here. We're gonna assume the weather is the same, and we can look at the windsock to confirm, and we'll take off runway 9, unless the windsock is drastically different. Go into the Mike Yankee November November. See if we got weather there. Weather is 1903 at 3 knots, so that's not too bad. Altimeter 2987, so if we want to go ahead and do 2987, our altimeter, that way we don't have to worry about it. Procedures, approach. Go ahead.
14 and 10.
Yeah. Excuse me. There's a 32 RNAV also. So really, 14 is probably going to be our best bet. So let's do, is there an ILS to 14 or just an RNF? Oh, there is an ILS 14. ILS 14. What transitions do we have? Hinsey, Cure, Major, and Melon. Melon or Cure would work pretty well. Let me look at Cure again. Cure, it looks like it would be the best transition. So we'll load that in.
Mike Yankee Echo Hotel is where we're going. Sorry.
Mike Yankee Echo Hotel is the waypoint in between. Mike Yankee November November is our destination. So this follows in perfectly, actually. So we can actually follow this approach in without having to shortcut it any. So we are good there.
Straight here to Nassau.
We got Mike Yankee Echo
Yeah,
Hotel as a waypoint in between here and Nassau.
All right, so you're hand entering. You're not doing a sim brief plan.
Yeah, I'm just hand entering. I got plenty of fuel. Turn off
Sorry,
that ops bump.
thank you for catching me up because I got a little behind y'all.
All right, temperature's 81 degrees inside, 81 outside, so, or 80 outside, so we're nice and comfortable. All right, I am ready to go and go for a start. Let me know if you guys are needing a couple extra minutes here.
Alrighty, I'm just loading up this approach for NASA.
Okay. I'll go ahead and get started here. Let's leave the inertial separator on. Actually, let's leave it off for startup. We want as much airflow as possible. So let's go ahead and get our ignition into auto, booster pump, tanks manual, starter. Let me turn the volume up for you guys so you can hear this thing again.
Off.
Hear it ticking.
Amazing how when you reach that 13%, then you add the fuel
Yeah,
at 13.
you hear that fuel getting injected too. It's so cool.
Yeah. That PT6 engine is an amazing engine.
Yes, it is. Alright, coming up on 50% NG. Go high. Idle. Go ahead and shut it over. Alright, ignition's good, so we can turn the starter off. We are already on main, so we're good there. Let's go and get our taxi lights on. Flaps 50%. Takeoff flaps configuration. Master caution. Alright, let's get our bleed air on. Altitudes, we're just going to stay at 9,000 again. Fan flow auto, air conditioning on.
Alright, Havoc, off to you.
Booster pump to auto, tank selection to auto. Inertial separator on for takeoff. And our trim is pretty much neutral, so we're good there. Get track IR back on. Reset everything here. And I'm ready to go when you guys are. Sounds like Greens is.
Yeah, lead the way. I'll be behind you.
What was that, Mike?
Sorry, I'm behind y'all. Did you load an approach going into Nassau?
Yep, ILS to 14 with the what was the transition? Curray, Kilo Yankee Romeo Alpha Yankee transition. All right, park brake off. Start scooting. We're expecting runway 9. We'll check the windsock down here, assuming it's actually there. Excuse me. It's cool to see that 930 sitting next to the 850. Means we're gonna have to get a good picture of you sitting right next to me. Some new tech versus old tech.
Right now. After you, Havoc. Right behind you.
All right, we do a right turn onto the taxiway hotel. Oh, that sunset, it's already looking good. Alright, see you guys, GPS. Let's go ahead and go into nav mode since we're going to be basically doing a right turn immediately after here. After departing. I don't have Greens telling me which direction to fly.
You're good, buddy.
Looks like we'll be departing pretty much to the south 170. Takeoff flaps are confirmed. I don't see anybody on final here, so landing lights on. Inertial separator is on. Everything else on the annunciator is clear. Happy. Plenty of fuel. Never did see a windsock. Also missed it. So we're just going to hope for the best. Winds should be calming down with it getting late in the day like this. Actually, we got live weather on, so it's already probably pretty dark and calm here. We just don't have the time of day set. Alright, clear right, clear left. Entering runway 9er.
Doing a roll and take off.
Yep. Let's go.
Alright, right behind Havoc. Fair left, fair right. Nobody on final. Keep the power in.
Torque 100%.
So, take off power. You know.
8 knots. Rotate. That was over a gear up. Ooh, I'm really struggling here. Go and get that inertial separator off. Go and get the flaps up. I'm hurting on power. I feel like I'm hurting on power.
Yeah, you're struggling a little bit there. Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. Cause my traffic alert going off again.
Yeah, we're climbing that better now, but it seemed like it was really struggling for a moment there. Alright, right turn to head to the south. Everything's in the green and happy. I'm not sure what the deal there was. I know what it is. Forgot my prop. I didn't have my prop all the way in.
Oh, you didn't hit your RPMs up?
Yeah. Whoops, I was like, something doesn't feel right here. Alright, now we're making some power. There we go. I'm surprised it even got enough power to take off there.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a Havoc takeoff.
No.
I remember one time when we were in the was it the Sarens, when you climbed right over me on takeoff. That's more like a Havoc takeoff.
Alright, now we're making some power. Alright, we fixed that problem. I'm glad we got off the ground at least.
Yeah, I climbed right over you. I was like, wow.
Oh, we reset my altitude. Let's go to 9,000. Let's climb at 1,500 feet per minute.
And did you say that the 850 mode?
Oh,
is
there goes
technically-
Reens. Cutting in front of me.
Yeah, I'm leaving 2,500 for 9 at Towers.
Going autopilot. Alright, that's what I get for not having a checklist in front of me. Simple mistakes like that.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, leaving 3,000 for 9,000. On nav, so I should be doing my left turn to Mike Yankee Echo Hotel here shortly. What were you asking about 850 mode?
Technically, you shouldn't do it on climb.
Climb and cruise you can. Take off you're not allowed to.
No.
If you're going the 850 mode now.
You had that inertial separator on takeoff also?
Yes, I did. I had to turn it off really soon after I took off to gain whatever power I had left.
Wow, it's amazing you didn't fall out the sky.
Yeah, it was considering I'm pretty heavy. I was considering aborting and I should have aborted. But it was still climbing on the airspeed, so I was like, oh, maybe I'm just, you know, misremembering how much performance it should actually have. But yeah, that was a mistake, big mistake on my part. Let's It's okay. I'll have a mental checklist now going forward to check my prop.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll leave the landing lights on. It's getting dark. I am gonna mess around with my prop, see if we can't make it a little quieter and cruise here.
Okay.
Normally it sits right at 2,000 RPM. I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit. See how much that hurts my ground speed. We'll mess around with that once we get to cruise, because we get a little bit longer of a flight on this one.
Yeah, it's like 90 something miles. Well, the VOR is showing me 82 miles.
And these colors on stream are fantastic. Here's what the guys in the back would be getting to see right now. Excuse me. Let's jump outside real quick. Get some pictures. Pretty cool getting a reflection of the.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. A few of those, and we'll probably get it down here on the intake too. Yep.
No wonder why the TBM needs a national separator. You see the hole in the motor that's
Yeah.
Big amount of feed.
Yeah, it's like a scoop, like scooping out any dirt or anything.
Michael, I'm curious when you get back inside. What waypoint are you going to right now?
Mike Yankee Echo Hotel.
We're on a different track than you.
Yeah, I think we all on different flight plans. So I'm doing like almost a direct to Nassau.
This will be a good picture right here.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
I forgot to add Mike the Echo Hotel to my flight plan, that's why.
Okay, so we're stabilized here at 269 on the ground speed. Let's go down to fuel.
269. Oh man, you're holding a wild ass. I'm just cruising at 230.
Well, that's my ground speed.
Oh, oh, your ground speed. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I got about 67 gallons per hour right now. So if we pull the prop back, let's say 1900 RPM. It's a lot quieter. Fuel flows. Fuel flow stayed the same. Torque is at 105% right now. No, 115%, sorry. I got 850 mode on for cruise.
Oh. Oh, that's why you're carrying on so bad.
Yeah, go one of those special modes. So I actually have the same ground speed despite pulling it back to 1900 RPM. So let's pull it back
so
to 1800 RPM.
You guys are in an 850, but have a 930 speed.
Yeah. So I pulled it back to 1800 RPM. I've dropped so far 3 knots. Fuel flow is a little less, maybe a half to a full gallon per hour, which isn't really much for this airplane. But the sound is so much nicer. So I dropped 6 miles or 6 knots. So that's good to know. So let's go to 1700. See what that does. So I'm down about 10 knots. Fuel burn is about the same, so fuel economy is a little worse, but it's a lot quieter. You're kind of paying cabin comfort for a little bit of fuel economy there.
Yep.
And then the bottom of the green arc, 1600 RPM. Which is about where I was taking off earlier. So I'm down to 258. Fuel burn's the same, but it's really quiet now. So I think 1800 is a happy medium. So I'm gonna start cruising at 1800 RPM, Mike.
All right.
And then I can actually increase, since we're not paying for fuel. We're not on FSE right now. Increase the torque up to about 120. Fuel flow went quite a bit up, but let's see what that does for our actual speed. Probably should have been looking at my actual airspeed more so than the ground speed, since it could be changing with this crosswind we got going on right now, but
I just rebuilt my flight plan to follow you.
yep.
So can I ask again, deja vu, what's the approach you picked? If you can.
ILS 14 Pure transition. Kilo Uniform Ray Romeo Alpha Yankee.
Alright. Let's see how this does now. It didn't load correctly for me before, and I was on the same flight path as Reens, it looked like, but I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm going direct to Nassau because I'm showing 47 nautical miles away from Nassau right now.
That's a pretty cool picture right there. Check the weather radar, but I don't see anything visually, so I don't think we're going to pick anything up.
Boy, the strobes on these TBM is so bright.
Yeah, this actually has the pulse on the landing lights too. So if we go to the external view, turn the pulse on.
Yeah, the pulse is bright. I have it on.
The wig-wag. It's kind of cool because it actually shows which one's on and off inside the cockpit too.
Definitely could identify. You could definitely identify a TBM on final.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Cure. Let's go ahead and load this procedure in. To Navigraph. Approach runway. Is it 10? I've told you a million times I'm confusing myself. It's 14. Alright. ILS 14. So at Cure, didn't have an altitude restriction, but at Muni, which is the first point on the localizer, we want to be at 2,000 feet. So probably need to start descending here. Lower this 2,000 feet and start descending. There's our arc coming in. I'll be a little early on our descent, but it's okay. Should be about to do my right turn here to Cure. About 3 miles. Message GPS. Got the island off to our right over there. And doing a right turn to Cure. Actually lower this descent rate just a bit here. Drop 700 feet per minute. So here's where having half bank would have changed us a little bit. We would have done half that bank we just did right there, but this kept us on the nav track a little better since, you know, we're not actually simulating people in the back. It's not a huge deal, but I'm stick Mike back there one day and see how he feels. We'll find the most turbulent flight possible and stick him in the back.
I love it. I like roller coasters.
You're like me, you get on a commercial flight and people start screaming. That's when we start having fun.
It's so true, though.
Oh, thank God it's not so boring anymore. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to go out of 850 mode. So we're going to lose our torque here a little bit. And some speed. Just don't want to descend and accidentally over torque and not paying attention. End up losing our engine over the water right now would be a bad thing since we're about to go between two large, or a large body of water between two small little islands.
Oh, Romeo Golf look like he's gonna be landing first using that TBM900.
I'm actually going to hold at 5,000 feet until I get a little closer.
Oh my god, I need some lights. I can't see what I'm doing in here.
The light panel is right above your flat rudder elevator indication next to the
Oh, yeah.
radio.
I just need like an overhead dome so I can see the
There's one of those too, up here.
850 mode.
I actually haven't messed with that too much. How do you turn these on, I wonder?
Yeah.
Horn test, panel emergency.
So panel emergency, if you turn that up,
Yeah.
it gives you your
Oh, it gives us more of the panel. Oh, that's if you don't have... So if we turned off our panel lights, it gives you more of that. Oh, that's actually nice. It's a little softer, a little easier on the eyes.
Yep.
Versus having the panel lights on. Just straight down over the panels. I guess you in real life you would have more shadows and stuff you'd have to contend with, but we don't have to worry about that. So access lights, cabin lights. Well, that didn't really change anything. Where are the lights that are immediately above our heads here? Where do those turn on and off at?
I think they're the map and reading lights. I'll tell you in a second when I found it at one point.
Where are those at?
Try the reading light on the yep, there it is on the door right above the
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, that gives you your throttle quadrant much more light. Okay, that's perfect. Still looks good on the stream from the looks of it too, so that's my biggest concern about turning the lights off. The way it renders inside of OBS to YouTube, it just kind of kills that light sometimes. So normally, if it were just me flying, I'd have these off. Definitely have the cabin lights off. I'd be flying around like this, which I don't know how that looks on stream, but it's kind of dark on my screen, so I can imagine it's really dark for you guys.
It looks good. Like it looks how I would want the cockpit, maybe just a touch dark. Like,
Yeah, see, I could
you'd have
turn
the
up the
brightness
panel lights
little
just a
bit.
hair here, just to give you a little extra.
Yeah, it's better.
So I'm holding at 5,000 feet until I get a little closer. I realized I was descending a little early. I should have looked at my VNAV. But we're running the engine much happier health right now, so basically just hitting the torque limit without A50 mode. Those screen reflections is pretty cool. Or window reflections. Yeah, fun fact for anybody who's watching, and you can actually turn these window effects up now. They run on, I believe, a different thread on your processor, so it shouldn't actually affect your performance. Along with that, you can actually turn up your refresh rate on your cockpit screens to high. It shouldn't affect anything anymore, because that for sure runs on a different thread. Hopefully soon, Mike. Maybe next Sunday we'll find us somewhere that's got some snow or some cold weather, and we can deal with some icing and deal with these icing systems. I haven't messed with those yet.
I had heavy icing today when we flew. Where'd we go this afternoon?
But you were flying somewhere that had heavy icing.
Oh, that's right. I was up in Montana. My windshield, side window, just obliterated instantly in ice. But it worked well in ice and cleaned it up pretty quickly.
So once we get to Cure A, I'm going to bring the prop back in, so it's going to be a little noisier, but we'll need every bit of performance we can get. So that way I'm not taking off, doing go around without max performance. If we so need it. So what happens if we turn the other reading light on too? Oh yeah, that really brightens up the right side there. We don't really need that. So as far as study level goes, Mike, you can weigh in on this too. I think, for the most part, everything's modeled very well. We do have some quirks, and it may just be a 750 issue where it has struggles capturing some approaches. Now, it may just be a workflow problem that we need to sort out too, like the timing and what you need to have in there first. But Mike and I have both experienced some issues capturing. I shot through a localizer twice earlier today for reasons unknown to me.
So I had solid luck on the localizers. So for ILSs, I kind of applied my 737 workflow to here, and it worked.
Yeah.
Then I was 50-50 on RNAS. One worked perfect, and just earlier tonight on this stream, not so perfect. So
Yeah.
There's some things to work out for sure on workflow.
But I don't know if anybody on here caught the stream from Thursday, but we did VOR navigation, and that worked fantastic. We had a lot of fun doing that. I might even do another VOR. A VOR nav is just so much fun because it's such a bigger challenge. May think about doing it again Thursday. Alright, I'm starting to get to where I need to start descending again, so I'm going to put in 1,700 feet. And let's do a vertical speed. Let's start at 500 and see if that arc comes in for us. It does. It looks like we might be a little bit more. Let's try 800. Alright, 800 looks pretty good. So I'm 7.5 miles out from Cure. I was at 5,000 down to, or descending to 017. 017. 0017. You should just say 1,700 feet, 1,700 feet. Would be the correct terminology there. I don't see you guys. Let me turn the nameplates on real quick. I see Reens. It looks like he's turning final. We're getting close.
Yes, sir.
I've gotten so used to flying airliners. This airplane doesn't have a fairly accessible lav.
Yeah, you get stuck on those airliners. Trust me.
The Gatorade bottles. That's your best friend. Alright, I'm approaching Cure. I'm going to go ahead and get max RPM here on my prop. That way I don't forget and do something stupid again. And just keep that. What's up?
Wind calm. That's nice.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. I haven't had a calm wind landing in this thing yet, so. Let's go ahead and recheck the weather real quick. Or the altimeter is 2988, so that did change by 0.01. Yeah, looks like I got Mike. I see Mike on TCAS behind me, and I got Reens and someone else down there near the runway. Oh, it looks like that guy's the first one on the ground.
Yeah, he is.
It was interesting. I picked up something on the radio altimeter for a moment there, and I'm over water. Somebody out there with a big tall yacht.
The moss almost hit you.
Yeah. Minimums? What do you mean minimums? I'm at 3,000 feet.
Maybe a windmill.
No, I don't think they have any windmills out here.
No. The
They
Bahamas are
get
so
destroyed.
bad.
Every hurricane that came through there would destroy them. Oh, I'm ready for this cold to be over with.
I'm ready for this heat to be over with.
Yeah, we're enjoying the nice 60 degree days up here, Fahrenheit.
Caribbean is so damn hot.
What are you talking about? My outside air temperature right now says it's only 67 degrees down there.
Well, you're also at altitude.
Like that today.
I got 73 right now, so Reen, you just need to go up to a little bit of altitude. Alright, so we are at 1,800 feet almost for 1,700, and should be able to capture the glide slope. We'll bring some daylight back into here for our group pictures. The night pictures just don't turn out too well for us.
Yeah.
Alright, ILS frequency is 111.0. Let's go ahead and transfer that over. 110.10. That guy is at customs. He's ready to check in. I got the runway in sight, so let's go to VLOC and go to approach mode. Start slowing her up.
Runway is clear, gentlemen.
Do they still have cruise permits for flying around the islands? Reens, I guess it's a question for you. Oop, I just
They
captured
still
the
have
glide
it.
slope. My audio just changed really weirdly. That was interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, let's go ahead and... Full throttle all the way back. What's happening here? My instruments are not working. There they go. That was weird. My instruments froze for a minute there. Okay. Gear down. I'm a little behind the curve now since my instruments all froze up. That's another glitch. Like, everything inside the cockpit froze. And let's go landing flaps. Landing lights are on. That guy, thank you, buddy, for joining, and I appreciate the conversation. Have a good one. Catch you next time. All right, let's go to autopilot off. All right, let's confirm our gear is in fact down here. We'll do a confirmation. I got 3 green, confirms. 90 knots. Indicated approach. $500. Prop is all the way in. Minimums, continue. Need somebody to turn the airport lights on. Can't see the runway. Oh, we can see the outline, just not anything on the runway itself. Alright, start pulling power. Nice and easy. Get the reversers going. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make that first one. We'll quickly turn around real fast so we don't end up taxiing all the way down there. Alright. I'm clear. Flaps back in. Let's get rid of this strobe effect. Anybody down here waiting for us? That guy left, so I think it's just going to be me right here. So take the first left you can. First left you can, and then just takes you straight into the ramp. Looks paved. It's not paved, just kidding. Oh, who's this over here? Oh, it's Reens. You didn't show up for a second there.
Yeah, it's me over here by the ramp.
I'm on 3 mile final, but I just had an A320 just blast over my head coming in, so he's gonna land before me.
Oh yeah.
Says you were going too slow.
320 Neo. I can see your guy's red lights just flashing there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna park next to Reens here so we can get that 930 next to the 850. That'd be a cool screenshot.
I'm gonna go run get some water real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. Parking brake. And let's go to low idle. There goes that A320. Yeah, bounce, Mike. Makes you feel any better? Oh, he's having all kinds of problems. What's he doing now? He's like riding a wheelie down the runway, bouncing up and down. That's what he gets.
Shows him right. Shows
That's
him right.
what he gets.
Oh.
Okay, and we'll go ahead and bring the prop back. We'll leave the engine running for now. I'll leave the taxi light on for Mike, and I'm actually going to brighten up the day a little bit here for us for these pictures. Oh no! It doesn't say 930 on the side of his winglet now. Let's see if we can find Mike real fast.
I'm down.
Oh, just missed him.
Dang. It was the best landing ever.
Of course it was. Let's see, we waiting on anybody else? I think we lost everybody else throughout the night.
Figure out how to find you guys.
We're off to your left now.
There we are. Alright.
Take that next taxiway, take a left, and a right. Mike, we're going to have to get on VATSIM with these things soon.
Oh, that'll be fun.
That would be fun. I've never flown anything but an airliner on VATSIM.
I've done the 930 on VetSim.
Have you?
That's how I learned VetSim,
Oh, okay.
because I was comfortable with the systems in that plane.
That was kind of the first plane you got really comfortable with.
It's like how I can't stop flying that ATR.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, I love that plane. Took a while for me to get comfortable with it, but I love that plane. You have that plane?
I have
Bought
it.
it. I spawned into the cockpit and never went back. I just it's like
I was not a huge fan of it. I thought I would really love it, but it turns out I didn't really enjoy it too much.
I love it from the
Yeah.
outside. I think they are cool looking planes. I'd
Yeah.
fly one.
They're not for the faint of heart. That plane is kind of complicated.
You know, I think now that you say that, Reigns, I'm gonna go back and since I own the thing,
Yeah, might as well get some hours in it.
yeah, go back and learn. If it's complicated, I'll tackle it.
Reens, if you don't mind, turn your landing and your taxi lights off. With a screenshot
No
here.
problem, buddy.
And Mike, if you want to park off to my right, that'd be perfect. Reens, you still on Xbox?
Yeah, I'll be switching soon though. Cause I gotta get some VetSim. The VetSim is amazing.
Yeah, you should look into becoming a controller. Should be pretty easy for you.
VetSim?
Yeah, it should be pretty easy for you to pass all the tests.
If those guys only know, they will swing me back in that towel. Alright, I'm pretty in the dark right now.
All right, how's that work?
That's good.
You nudge forward a little, or is that good?
That's pretty good right there.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
It's a shadow of a A320 or something falling off behind us.
Isn't there gonna be a new? Isn't there gonna be a new Boeing in the sim zone?
PMDG is coming out with 777 soon. I'm not huge into the long fly stuff.
I'll definitely throw money on that.
Alright guys, I got the pictures if you want to do shutdown. Alright, so we should be good to shut down and shut down, bleed off, airflow off. It's pretty cool, you can see the cabin kind of dark in here with the lack of voltage. So we're going to go to ground power. Generator off. Ignition off.
You still streaming?
Oops. Yep. About to finish here. Accidentally turn my starter back on accident. Oh, here's a cool feature. So you can see my ITT temperature is 279 and slowly dropping. If you turn your starter on and just windmill the engine, it'll actually start dropping the temperature quicker.
That is a procedure actually to cool the engine on a quick turnaround.
Yep.
You have like so many 30 seconds or something like that that you would do that to bring the ITT down.
Yep.
For another restart.
Which that's got to be a heck of a fast restart, because if this is modeled well, the ITT is pretty low pretty quick. Okay, so off. Go ahead and turn radio stack off. Without trims off and master for the. That's the EVIS master. Is that what that is? Yeah, EVIS master. And then gyros off. Lights off. And I believe we pretty much shut down. Oh, I got my pitot heat on still. Turn the lights internal off. It's glitched out.
Yeah, she's dark like a closed-up hotel now.
Yep. Close for business. All the lights are off. Crash bar down. Get rid of our external power, and we are good to get out of this thing.
I like this guy name who's landing right now. Captain Raja Over.
Yeah, I saw him.
Alright, so be right back. Alright guys, I appreciate you joining for the day. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a line in the comments or join the Discord. If you want to join in the next flight, Discord is also the place to be for that, so feel free to jump in there. We'll get you all set up with all the right settings and everything so you can join us. With that, guys, have a good day and happy flying.